There is a quiet shift happening in holiday styling in 2026. Many women are moving away from rooms that feel overly dressed, overly themed, or visually exhausting, and toward homes that feel softer, calmer, and more personal. In a small home, this shift matters even more. There is less space to hide excess, but more opportunities to create meaning. The most beautiful holiday homes now are not the loudest ones. They are the ones that glow gently, welcome people tenderly, and make memory feel close at hand. In this video, we will walk through a small home, corner by corner, and explore how seasonal beauty is changing toward warmth, restraint, and the kind of grace that truly lasts. The first holiday problem in a small home often begins at the entrance. Many entryways become crowded with bags, shoes, deliveries, and too many decorative pieces trying to make a statement all at once. But in 2026, the entrance is changing. It is becoming quieter, more intentional, and more emotionally gracious. Instead of decorating heavily, we create one gentle moment of welcome. A wreath, a lantern, a ribbon, a small bowl for keys, perhaps a folded scarf resting nearby. The goal is not spectacle. The goal is transition. When a home receives you softly, the body relaxes more quickly. And in winter, that feeling of being received warmly, calmly, beautifully may be one of the most meaningful forms of seasonal design. One of the biggest changes in 2026 is that the living room no longer needs to prove it is festive. It only needs to feel it. In small homes, this is a powerful distinction. Too many ornaments, colors, or novelty pieces can make the room feel visually crowded and emotionally restless. The newer approach is gentler. Softer light, fewer objects, richer texture, deeper color harmony, and a focal point that does not compete with every corner. A garland, a few stockings, muted baubles, a bowl of pine cones, and a winter throw can do far more than a room full of themed accessories. The emotional need here is to comfort without noise. The living room should feel like a place where conversations slow down and the evening becomes easier to enjoy. Holiday styling becomes more meaningful when one surface in the home is allowed to carry memory. In many small homes, there may not be a mantle at all, but there is always a console, shelf, sideboard, or a narrow ledge that can become a quiet focal point. The problem is often overfilling that surface with too many objects. The newer direction is more edited. A garland or greenery line, a few candles, perhaps a nativity set or ceramic houses, one framed family photograph, maybe a pair of figurines or bells. Enough to suggest story, not so much that the eye becomes tired. When a home includes one meaningful holiday surface, it creates emotional depth. It reminds us that the season is not only about beauty, but about remembrance, continuity, and belonging. Another clear change in 2026 is the way we think about the tree itself. In a small home, a tree does not need to dominate the room to feel special. In fact, the tree often becomes more beautiful when it is scaled to the space and allowed to breathe. The problem comes when a large tree blocks movement, overwhelms furniture, or it is covered in too many contrasting ornaments. A more refined tree corner uses fewer colors, softer light, and ornaments chosen for tone rather than novelty. Wrapped gifts below, a basket base, a ribbon, perhaps a chair or a lamp. These details help the tree feel integrated into the room. The emotional effect is intimacy. A smaller tree can feel less like display and more like companionship. In small homes, the dining area is rarely grand, but it can still become deeply memorable. The emotional need here is not impressiveness, it is nearness. Many women are moving away from heavy formal settings and toward tables that feel intimate, calm, and ready for real conversations. The problem is when a small table becomes crowded with tall centerpieces, too many place settings, or styling that leaves no breathing room. A more graceful approach uses a lower arrangement, candlelight, linen, perhaps a sprig of greenery at each place, and tones that blend with the rest of the home. The best dining nook feels ready for simple gathering. It says, without saying too much, that the care has been taken here, and that whoever sits down will be gently welcomed. The kitchen is often overlooked in seasonal styling, especially in small homes where work surfaces are needed every day. But this is exactly why the kitchen matters. The emotional need here is not decoration for decoration's sake. It is everyday comfort. In 2026, the kitchen corner is changing from a place of excess styling into a place of simple ritual. A bowl of clementines, a small tabletop tree, a linen towel with greenery, a candle near the window, brass bells tied to a cabinet bowl, perhaps a tray of tea or coffee. These touches do not interrupt function, they soften it. They make ordinary tasks feel touched by care. And often, this is where holiday feeling becomes most believable. Not on a display surface, but in the place where life is actually lived. Bedrooms are often forgotten in holiday styling, or else they are decorated too literally. But in a small home, the bedroom can become one of the most emotionally restorative spaces of the season. The need here is softness. After busy days, this room should help the mind release itself. In 2026, the bedroom is changing from themed decorations to atmospheric layering. A gentle wreath, a wool throw, candlelight on the bedside table, winter-toned bedding, perhaps a small branch in a vase, or one tabletop tree on a dresser. The holiday feeling here should be whispered, not announced. When the bedroom is treated with that kind of restraint, it becomes a place of true winter shelter. Quiet, feminine, graceful, and deeply comforting in a season that can otherwise feel full. Sometimes the most important holiday corner in a small home is not the largest one, but the one that allows us to stop. A reading chair, a window seat, a small side table, a blanket, a lamp. This kind of corner can hold the emotional essence of the season better than an entire decorated room. The problem is that many homes are styled only for appearance, not for experience. But in 2026, there is a clear return to spaces that invite use. A candle, a ceramic house, a small tabletop tree, a stack of books, perhaps a basket with folded throw. These quiet elements turn a corner into refuge. And refuge matters, especially in winter. We do not want a beautiful home, we want a home that gives something back. Perhaps that is the real change in holiday styling for 2026. We are asking less of decoration and more of atmosphere. We are no longer trying to make every corner louder. We are trying to make the home feel truer, warmer, calmer, and more able to hold memory. In a small home, that shift is especially beautiful because every choice matters more. A wreath can be enough. A small tree can be enough. A candle beside a chair can be more than enough. What matters is the feeling those choices create. If this video gave you ideas for your own winter home, I would love to know which small holiday corners you love the most. And if you enjoy this kind of graceful, thoughtful styling, please like, subscribe, and share your reflections in the comment.